I'm Rob Bentivegna, assistant coach with the Brock University men's hockey team.
Well, thank you, Rob, for coming today. I appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to do this meeting.
Yeah, happy to be here.
So, first and foremost, what makes Brock Badger's program so unique compared to the other U Sports programs?
I think what makes Brock a little more unique is the area that we're located in the Niagara region. We're an hour away from Toronto. We're about 20 minutes away from Buffalo. We're pretty centrally located. A lot of good golf courses in the area. Great campus. At Brock, we have no football team, so we are kind of the team that people want to come watch on campus when the team's doing good. You get a lot of fans, and that's really exciting for us. And within our program specifically, we have great facilities. Our rink, our recovery room, everything is kind of under one roof. The only reason that players really need to leave our arena during the day is to go over to the classroom.
Yeah, I see that on your Instagram. Your fan attendance is very good during the year. You guys host events too, and it gets really the school campus student athlete vibe going really good over there.
Yeah, our athletic department does a really good job doing special events. We play what's called the Steel Blade Classic in exhibition every year. We play it at the Meridian Center where the Niagara Ice Dogs play, and we sell it out. The students are tailgating all day, and right in time for a 7 p.m. It's the big homecoming event, and the best way that we can describe it is it's like a club with a hockey game going on in the middle of it. So it's a pretty unique experience that we're fortunate to have.
Yeah, it's super cool. And especially with the Brock Badgers having such a great team, every year you guys are competitive. What culture have you really built into your players and your program in the locker room?
Yeah, I think one thing that's really important for us and for our players as far as culture is just them being able to be themselves. We don't need everybody to conform and be robots and be the same person. We want players who are free to be themselves. We have players from Western Canada, we have players from Quebec, players from Eastern Canada. We've got players from the US as well, and everybody brings their own little mix and their own little personality to the team. And I think that's really important for us is that players are able to be themselves. They don't have to try to be someone they're not. They're comfortable to do that. And the other thing is just open communication between coach to player, player to player. One thing that we're really big on is just having the ability to have what we call an open mouth policy. So if you see it, you say it, so that it doesn't boil over, and players can come talk to us and talk to each other about anything that they may be having issues with, whether it's hockey on the ice or off the ice in their personal life. We want players to be able to again be themselves and be open to communicate.
Yeah, no, we have a player from our program, Andrew Moose, and he loves it there. He says the staff's amazing, the culture is amazing. So I could back you up on everything you're saying. The culture is for sure something that's incredible at Brock.
Yeah, Moose is he's been great for us. He's a culture driver for sure, especially in the gym. You would know better
Yeah,
than most. He's quite the beast.
yeah, exactly. And when it comes to a recruiting standpoint, once a player's on your radar, can you walk us through the process behind the scenes a bit from once you flag them to the day they get their offer? How does it work as a staff, like the decisions, the players that are taken into account?
Yeah, we have we're lucky, very fortunate. We have lots of support staff. We have our three coaches. We've got some sport management students as well that are involved in our processes as well. But we're having a recruiting meeting probably once every other week, maybe every 3 weeks, just to talk about who's on our radar, any updates on those players. But what we're looking for, I'm sure it's not unique to our program. We want players with skill, we want players with speed, and we want players that work hard. So those things I think are pretty, for the most part, pretty easy to see on video. And then what kind of goes in behind the scenes is communicating with coaches, former teammates, agents, advisors, kind of anyone that might have 2 or 3 degrees of separation with that player, to find out what they're all about. And then we're getting in communication and contact with that player, making sure that they're going to be a good fit for us and that we're going to be a good fit for them as well. It's a two-way street. So you need to make sure that both sides are going to be comfortable and confident in a decision that's made. And sometimes those don't happen overnight. It does take some time to understand what players are valuing, what they're looking for. Is it a spot that we can provide everything that they're looking for? Can they provide everything that we're looking for? Because at the end of the day, you do spend more time with your players than you do your family for the most part. So you want to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with good people, good players, and people that you don't mind spending a lot of time with. And ultimately, our goal is to win a national championship. So you want to have people that are going to help drive you towards that goal on a daily basis.
Yeah, I agree. And a lot of people think it's just their point production, but they don't know that behind the scenes there's way more that goes on than just if you're a PPG in a league. It's not the full story.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Especially Brock, something I'm very surprised with, and which is great for the staff and everything. You have a lot of alumni that go pro, especially Logan Thompson with the NHL ranks, and Connor Ungar, your goalie, a couple of seasons ago that signed the entry level with Edmonton. As a staff and everything, how do you prepare your players and get them the exposure that every year you're sending players pro?
Yeah, I think like I mentioned earlier, our facilities and what we're able to offer the players is a big part. We have everything under one roof. We've got our dressing room. We've got a smoothie room where players are always provided with food and fuel to get them to where they need to go. They're student athletes. It's a busy life, so we want to be able to provide them with as much stuff as we can to put them in the best spot to succeed. Also, under our building, we have our own recovery room. We've got Normatex, we've got ice baths, we've got massage therapists, we've got everything of that nature. We've got a lot of student help with our sports medicine department. We also, in our facility, opened up a new sports medicine clinic upstairs, which has been very beneficial to our guys. We've got laser treatment, we've got ultrasounds. It's like I said, it's really everything that you need under one building. And then at the end of the day, like it's all about in our league, players practice a lot more than they play. So effective use of our practice time, using the ice before for skills, using it after for skills. That can be small groups, it can be individual. It's lots of video, it's lots of communication, and again, at the end of the day, the players' development is partly and mostly their responsibility as well. So for them to be able to buy into that stuff, I believe it's one of the reasons that they choose Brock is because they have all these things available to them. And it is really important for them to be able to drive their own development. Yes, we are there as coaches to support and challenge them, but at the end of the day, they need to be hungry. They need to want to do it. If we're forcing them to go out early or forcing them to stay out late, then you're not going to get the same quality of reps that they would if it's something that they want to do. We're fortunate. We have lots of players who are getting together with themselves in small group buckets and working on wall pickups for 20 minutes after practice, or working on one timers, or just little small plays. And again, sometimes it's coach driven, saying, "Hey, you know what? You had a tough weekend on the walls there, so let's work on some rims." And other weekends, it's players being like, "Hey, coach, I missed that one timer from the dot last game. Like, can you send me 40 passes after practice to make sure if I get that shot again, I'm more confident that I'm going to be able to hit that spot." So I would give a lot of credit to the players and their work ethic and the facilities and the program that we're able to provide them with and support them with. But at the end of the day, the players got to put in the work, and the players that you've mentioned usually are the ones that are working the hardest and setting the pace for the others.
Oh yeah, and I liked when we first started talking, your big thing was if the guy wants to go pro after 1 year here, he's allowed. He's not going to be hooked to us for 4 years. It's something that as a staff shows that you really care about your players moving on and that you're not holding them back in their hockey careers.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely believe that getting your education is important, but at the end of the day, we're here to support these players in whatever their next step is and whenever that step becomes. So if they believe that they have a pro contract offer that is the right fit for them and the right offer for them and is going to set them and their family up to be in a good spot 3, 5, 10 years down the road, then we'll give them our honest advice. But at the end of the day, again, it's their decision to make, and we're there to support whatever decision they feel is best.
That's awesome. And finally, what advice would you give to a young player who's trying to pursue Brock and what for them to do for the next seasons to get on your radar?
Yeah, I would say the to help them be successful when they get here is learn how to practice. We play 28 games in a regular season, so that means we're practicing way more than we're playing. So you've got to make sure that you can bring it every day, be ready to compete, be ready to perform in practice. It's not just what you do when the lights are bright on the Friday and Saturday nights. It's usually Monday to Thursday that helps you be successful there. But in the junior leagues, I would say it's important to one be coachable, be a good person, good teammate, be a good player on the ice, execute when you have the opportunities, and at the end of the day, play your game. If your game is being a goal scorer, then score goals. If your game is being a playmaker, then make sure you are doing your best to make plays and create chances. And if your game is being hard nosed and getting to the dirty areas, then that's got to be what you're doing on a nightly basis. And I guess to sum that up would be have a clear identity of what you want to be and what can be transferable to the next level. And also reach out to coaches, reach out to programs. There's so many leagues, so many good players available that it's hard for us to get eyes everywhere, every night, every weekend. Like I said, we're fortunate to have good student support staff that can help us in that area. But we are not funded like an OHL team, so we don't have this huge scouting staff that can get into all these different leagues. So if you want to come to Brock, then you send an email to myself and the other coaches and get on our radar and start that communication. And again, it's a great place to be, and we're very fortunate to be in the area and have the facilities that we have. So we're really lucky, and hopefully this can lead us into some sustained success in the years to come.
Yeah, awesome. And thank you so much for your time and best of luck in the next season.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Peter.